Some exercises balance your hormones beautifully, while others secretly make them worse. Most women over 40 don't realize that the way they move their body can either calm their cortisol, support their estrogen, and boost their thyroid, or it can trigger hormone chaos that shows up as belly fat, mood swings, low energy, poor sleep, and stubborn weight that won't budge no matter how healthy you eat. As estrogen and progesterone naturally shift during your 40s and 50s, your body becomes more sensitive to stress, especially the physical stress created by the wrong type of workout. That's why two women doing the same exercise routine can have completely different results. One feels energized and balanced, while the other feels exhausted, inflamed, and hormonally drained. In this video, you'll learn the exact exercise types that support hormone health, help stabilize cortisol, improve insulin sensitivity, protect progesterone, and keep your metabolism steady. You'll also learn which workouts to avoid or modify because they quietly spike stress hormones and disrupt balance. Strength training, the hormone stabilizer women. Over 40 need. Most women think strength training is too intense for hormone balance, but the truth is the opposite. The right kind of muscle work doesn't raise stress hormones, it helps control them. And after 40, strength training becomes one of the most powerful ways to support your estrogen, progesterone, insulin, and thyroid. As women enter their 40s and move into perimenopause, muscle naturally declines due to lower estrogen. This creates a domino effect. Metabolism slows, fat storage increases, especially around the belly, and insulin sensitivity weakens. Strength training interrupts this decline in a hormone-supportive way, giving your body what it now struggles to do on its own: maintain healthy muscle, stable blood sugar, and balanced energy. Why strength training matters for hormones after 40. When you lift weights or use resistance bands, your muscles send hormonal signals that directly support balance. Strength training helps boost estrogen sensitivity, so your body uses the estrogen you still have more efficiently. Support progesterone balance by reducing chronic stress load that competes with progesterone production. Improve thyroid function, since muscle tissue increases metabolic rate and supports T3 conversion. Stabilize insulin, lowering the risk of insulin resistance, one of the biggest hormonal disruptors during perimenopause. Women often notice they sleep better, feel stronger, and experience fewer cravings when they include resistance training 2 to 4 times a week. That's because muscle acts like a hormone buffer. It absorbs extra glucose, reduces inflammation, and keeps cortisol spikes under control. Practical, hormone-friendly strength training tips. You don't need heavy weights or long workouts to get results. In fact, hormone-friendly strength training is simple, slow, and steady. 1. Focus on major muscle groups. Squats, lunges, rows, glute bridges, and chest presses give the greatest hormone benefit. These movements recruit more muscle fibers, which improves estrogen sensitivity and stabilizes blood sugar. 2. Choose a weight that feels challenging but safe. You should feel effort but not strain. The goal is stimulation, not exhaustion. 3. Keep sessions short, 20 to 30 minutes. Long, intense sessions can raise cortisol. Short, structured sessions keep stress low and results high. 4. Rest between sets. Rest reduces cortisol. Rushing increases it. Give your body 45 to 60 seconds between movements. 5. Train 2 to 4 days per week. This is the sweet spot for hormone support. More isn't better, especially during perimenopause. Safety notes. If you have joint pain, start with resistance bands. If you're new to strength training, begin with bodyweight exercises. If you're dealing with adrenal fatigue or severe sleep issues, keep sessions shorter and slower. Strength training isn't just a fitness strategy, it's a hormone balancing tool. The right routine boosts estrogen and thyroid function while calming the stress hormones that cause weight gain and mood changes. For women over 40, muscle is one of the best investments you can make in your long-term hormonal health. Walking, the most underrated exercise for cortisol control. If there's one exercise that instantly lowers cortisol without draining your energy, it's walking. Not fast workouts, not long cardio sessions, just simple, steady walking, the movement almost every woman overlooks. Yet it's one of the fastest ways to bring hormone stress back into balance. Walking is the perfect counterbalance to the hormonal shifts women experience after 40. As estrogen and progesterone drop, your body becomes more reactive to stress. Even small stressors, traffic, work pressure, skipped meals, emotional overwhelm can cause cortisol spikes that lead to belly fat, anxiety, poor sleep, and blood sugar swings. Walking acts like a reset button for your nervous system, helping lower cortisol in real time while improving mood and metabolic stability. Why walking is a hormone superpower, especially after 40. Walking activates your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and restore mode that brings cortisol down and supports progesterone production. When cortisol stays high for too long, it competes with progesterone, throwing your cycle and mood off balance, which is why walking is essential during perimenopause. Here's what walking does for hormone health. Lowers cortisol gently, reducing anxiety and emotional tension. Improves insulin sensitivity, helping with perimenopause-related weight gain. Supports thyroid hormones since walking boosts circulation and metabolic output. Increases serotonin, lifting mood and improving sleep. Reduces inflammation, which eases PMS symptoms, bloating, and fatigue. Unlike high-intensity workouts, walking does not push your body into survival mode. Instead, it tells your hormones, "You're safe," which is the message women over 40 need most. How to walk for hormone balance. Not all walks feel the same. The pace, time of day, and intensity make a difference. 1. Morning walks for cortisol rhythm reset. Walking within the first 1 to 2 hours of waking helps reset your cortisol curve, improving morning energy and reducing evening stress hormones. 10 to 20 minutes is enough to feel the difference. 2. Afternoon walks for blood sugar and cravings. Walking after lunch or an afternoon snack helps stabilize insulin and prevents energy crashes. A 10-minute walk is clinically proven to reduce blood sugar spikes. 3rd, evening walks to avoid night cortisol. Many women feel wired at night due to hormonal changes. A slow, calming walk helps bring cortisol down so progesterone can support sleep. 4. Choose a pace that relaxes you, not exhausts you. You should be able to talk comfortably. If you're breathless, cortisol rises. 5. Aim for 6,000 to 8,000 steps daily. You don't need 10,000 steps to experience benefits. For hormone balance, consistency matters far more than volume. Walking for mood, sleep, and perimenopause stability. Walking increases brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a hormone-like protein that improves mood, motivation, and emotional resilience. This is why many women feel calmer and clearer after even a short walk. Walking also reduces nighttime cortisol, one of the biggest sleep disruptors during perimenopause. Better sleep means better progesterone balance, improved thyroid function, and steadier energy the next day. Walking is the simplest, safest, and most effective exercise to lower cortisol and steady your hormones. For women over 40, it's not just walking, it's hormonal nourishment. When you make walking a daily ritual, you create a calm, stable foundation that supports every other hormone-balancing habit in your life. Yoga and Pilates, movements that support progesterone and nervous system. Calm. Slow movement often heals hormones faster than intense workouts. And for many women over 40, Yoga and Pilates do something no other exercise can. They calm the nervous system so deeply that progesterone finally has space to rise, cortisol drops, and emotional balance becomes possible again. Most women underestimate how much their hormones depend on nervous system regulation. When your body stays in fight or flight mode, which is extremely common during perimenopause, cortisol steals resources from progesterone. This is why so many women experience anxiety, irritability, sleep issues, bloating, and cycle changes in their 40s. Yoga and Pilates work directly on the mind-body connection, helping your system switch into a calmer state where hormonal repair becomes easier. How yoga and Pilates support hormones after 40. Both practices activate the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest state. This shift lowers cortisol, which protects progesterone and helps stabilize estrogen swings. These movements also strengthen core muscles, improve posture, reduce inflammation, and support lymphatic flow, all essential for hormonal equilibrium. Here's what they do hormonally: lower cortisol, reducing stress-driven symptoms like belly fat and mood swings. Support progesterone, which improves sleep, calmness, and emotional stability. Balance estrogen, easing PMS, hot flashes, and bloating. Calm the nervous system, reducing adrenaline spikes. Improve thyroid health, since gentle movement boosts blood flow without adding stress. This makes yoga and Pilates ideal for women dealing with perimenopause, cycle irregularities, stress, or burnout. Best types of yoga for hormone health. Not all yoga styles are hormone-friendly. Some forms, like power yoga, can act like cardio and raise cortisol. The best hormone-supporting styles include 1. Restorative yoga. Deep relaxation poses that soothe the nervous system and allow cortisol to drop dramatically. 2. Yin yoga. Slow, long-held stretches that release tension stored in the fascia and calm adrenaline. 3. Gentle flow or slow vinyasa. Light movement linked with breath, promoting circulation without stress. 4. Breath-focused yoga. Any practice that emphasizes slow breathing improves progesterone stability and supports sleep. Aim for 2 to 4 sessions per week, even if they're only 15 to 25 minutes long. Pilates for core strength and hormonal stability. Pilates works differently, but complements yoga beautifully. It strengthens deep core muscles, improves posture, and supports pelvic alignment, all of which improve circulation to reproductive organs and reduce stress hormones. Pilates benefits hormone health by supporting metabolism through controlled muscle activation, improving insulin sensitivity, reducing tension in the back, pelvis, and hips, enhancing breath control, which lowers cortisol, strengthening the deep core, aiding digestive and hormonal balance. Reformer Pilates can be especially effective, but mat Pilates works extremely well too. How to add these practices to your week. You don't need long sessions. Small, consistent habits create the biggest hormonal shifts. Do a 10-minute restorative yoga session before bed to reduce night cortisol. Add a 15 to 20-minute Pilates routine twice a week for core and insulin stability. Try a calming flow in the afternoon to break stress cycles. Use breathwork anytime you feel emotionally or mentally overwhelmed. Yoga and Pilates are not just gentle workouts, they are hormone therapy through movement. By calming cortisol and strengthening the body in a low-stress way, they help restore progesterone, stabilize estrogen, and support emotional well-being. For women over 40, these practices create the hormonal foundation that intense exercise often disrupts. Cardio. How much is helpful and when it becomes hormone damaging? Cardio can be a hormone healer or a hormone disruptor. For some women, it boosts mood, improves estrogen balance, and helps with weight control. But for others, especially during perimenopause, Too much cardio silently spikes cortisol, drains energy, and worsens hormone symptoms. Many women assume that more cardio means more fat loss. But after 40, the hormonal rules change. Lower estrogen makes the body more sensitive to stress, and high cortisol from long or intense cardio can trigger stubborn belly fat, blood sugar crashes, irritability, and poor sleep. The goal isn't to remove cardio, it's to use it wisely so it supports your hormones instead of overwhelming them. How cardio affects hormones after 40. Cardio increases heart rate and circulation, which can positively influence hormones, but only when done in the right intensity and duration. The key hormones impacted include cortisol, rises during cardio, manageable in small amounts, harmful when excessive. Estrogen, moderate cardio improves estrogen metabolism, easing PMS and perimenopause symptoms. Insulin, light to moderate cardio improves insulin sensitivity, reducing cravings and energy crashes. Thyroid hormones, short, moderate sessions support metabolism. Long sessions can lower T3 conversion. Adrenal hormones, overly intense sessions stress the adrenals, worsening fatigue and anxiety. Understanding these effects helps women choose the right amount and type of cardio for hormonal harmony. The difference between light, moderate, and intense cardio. 1. Light cardio, walking, gentle cycling, slow swimming. Hormone-friendly. Improves blood flow, mood, and insulin sensitivity without raising cortisol much. 2. Moderate cardio, brisk walking, steady-state cycling, low-impact aerobics. Supports estrogen balance and cardiovascular health. Ideal for women 40+ when kept under 30 minutes. 3. Intense cardio, running, fast spinning, long-distance workouts. Can elevate cortisol significantly. Too much, too often, drains progesterone, disrupts sleep, and slows metabolism. Signs your cardio is hurting your hormones. Women often blame diet when the problem is actually exercise. Cardio may be harming your hormones if you experience feeling exhausted after workouts, cravings or hunger later in the day, waking up at 2 to 4 a.m., classic cortisol spike, belly fat that won't budge, mood swings or irritability, menstrual irregularities, feeling tired but wired at night. These symptoms are all signals that cortisol is too high and that cardio needs adjusting. A hormone-safe cardio strategy. 1. Keep sessions 20 to 30 minutes. Long sessions increase cortisol and deplete energy reserves. 2. Choose low-impact cardio most days. Walking, elliptical, slow swimming, these support hormones without stress. 3. Add moderate cardio 1 to 3 times a week only. This strengthens your heart and improves circulation without disrupting progesterone. 4. Avoid long-fasted cardio sessions. They spike cortisol and destabilize blood sugar, especially risky for women over 40. 5. Pay attention to post-workout mood and energy. If you feel calm, grounded, or clear, it's working for your hormones. If you feel drained, anxious, shaky, or hungry, it's too much. Cardio can be incredibly supportive for estrogen, mood, metabolism, and cardiovascular health when done in balanced amounts. For women over 40, the key is shorter, low to moderate intensity sessions that energize rather than exhaust. When cardio supports cortisol instead of spiking it, your hormones can finally work with you, not against you. HIIT and intense training, when it helps and when it hurts. Hormones, HIIT, can be a miracle for metabolism or a disaster for hormones. Some women lose belly fat and feel energized with short bursts of intense training, but others end up exhausted, anxious, and hormonally imbalanced for days afterward. The difference isn't willpower, it's cortisol sensitivity, which becomes higher after 40. During perimenopause, progesterone drops first. This leaves cortisol unopposed, meaning stress hormones hit harder, last longer, and disrupt more systems. HIIT magnifies this. It's a powerful workout, but also a powerful stressor. Used correctly, it boosts fat-burning hormones. Used too often, it drains the very hormones women need for balance. How HIIT affects hormones after 40. HIIT spikes several hormones quickly, some helpful, some harmful in excess. 1. Cortisol. HIIT naturally raises cortisol. This is normal. But if levels were already high, it can intensify anxiety, cravings, brain fog, and sleep problems. 2. Growth hormone, GH. Short HIIT bursts increase, GH, which helps with fat loss and muscle repair. This is one reason HIIT can be effective in small doses. 3. Progesterone. Overusing HIIT stresses the adrenals, which can reduce progesterone even more, worsening PMS, irritability, night sweats, and sleep disruption. 4. Insulin. HIIT improves insulin sensitivity when the body is well rested. If you're exhausted or underslept, it can backfire and cause blood sugar instability. 5. Thyroid hormones. Short sessions support metabolic drive. Long or frequent sessions can slow T3 conversion, leading to fatigue and weight plateaus. For women over 40, the real magic is not in doing more, but doing HIIT strategically. When HIIT helps and how to use it safely. HIIT can be extremely beneficial when hormones are in a stable place. It works best when sleep is good, stress levels are manageable, you've eaten enough, especially protein. You're doing strength training consistently. You limit sessions to short bursts. Here's how to make HIIT hormone-friendly. 1. Keep sessions between 10 to 20 minutes maximum. Longer sessions raise cortisol excessively, especially in women 40 plus. 2. Limit HIIT to 1 to 2 times per week. More than this disrupts progesterone and overtaxes the nervous system. 3. Never do HIIT on an empty stomach. Fast intense training is one of the fastest ways to spike cortisol. 4. Choose low-impact HIIT options. Marching intervals, step-ups, bodyweight circuits, or elliptical bursts reduce joint stress and cortisol load. 5. Rest fully between intervals. HIIT should be intense during work periods, not nonstop cardio disguised as HIIT. 6. Avoid HIIT if you're already stressed, anxious, or not sleeping well. A tense nervous system cannot benefit from HIIT, it only perceives it as more stress. Signs HIIT is harming your hormones. Even short sessions can be too much if your hormones are already sensitive. You may notice feeling wired, anxious, or overstimulated after workouts, trouble falling or staying asleep, PMS worsening, afternoon energy crashes, increased cravings, difficulty recovering, mood swings or irritability, fluctuating cycles. These are clear signals to reduce frequency or intensity. HIIT is powerful, but power must be used wisely. For women over 40, HIIT works best when it's infrequent, short, and well supported by sleep, nourishment, and lower stress exercises. When balanced correctly, HIIT boosts fat-burning hormones and energy. When overused, it becomes one of the biggest contributors to cortisol imbalance. Exercises to avoid, for now. What spikes cortisol, worsens sleep, or drains your energy? Some workouts seem healthy, but quietly wreck hormone balance, especially after 40. You may be doing them with good intentions. Yet they could be the reason you're tired, wired, inflamed, or stuck in a weight loss plateau. Perimenopause and early menopause make your body far more sensitive to stress. This means certain exercises that worked in your 20s or early 30s can now trigger cortisol surges, drain progesterone, and disrupt sleep, even if you only do them a few times a week. Understanding which workouts to pause, reduce, or modify can protect your hormones from unnecessary stress and help your body return to balance. 1. Very long workouts, 60 to 90 plus minutes. Women often think longer. Exercise means more results. But hormonally, it's the opposite. Long-duration workouts push your body into prolonged cortisol elevation. When cortisol stays high, progesterone drops, insulin becomes unstable, belly fat increases, sleep becomes disrupted, hunger and cravings intensify. Most women notice they feel drained rather than energized after long workouts, a sign the session was too stressful hormonally. Hormone-friendly alternative. Keep most sessions between 20 to 35 minutes. You get more benefits with less stress. Second, fasted intense training. Fasted workouts may have been trendy at one point, but they are one of the worst combinations for women over 40. Exercising hard without food spikes cortisol dramatically, slows thyroid conversion, leads to blood sugar crashes, intensifies cravings later in the day, reduces progesterone production. Your body interprets fasted intense training as a survival threat, especially during perimenopause when stress sensitivity is higher. Hormone-friendly alternative. Eat a small pre-workout snack, like fruit plus yogurt or a boiled egg, before moderate or intense exercise. 3. Endless cardio loops, chronic cardio. Doing the same moderate or intense cardio workout daily, running, spinning, stair climbing, is one of the fastest ways to trigger adrenal fatigue-like symptoms. Chronic cardio elevates cortisol for hours, reduces progesterone, disrupts sleep patterns, raises inflammation, slows metabolism in the long run, causes energy crashes. Women often notice, "I'm working out more but losing less." This is the direct hormonal impact of repetitive stress. Hormone-friendly alternative. Mix your week with walking, strength training, restorative yoga, and short doses of cardio instead of daily endurance-style sessions. 4. Late-night high-intensity workouts. Intense nighttime workouts confuse your cortisol rhythm. During the evening, cortisol should naturally drop. This is what allows melatonin to rise and sleep to deepen. But intense evening training spikes cortisol when it should be lowest, causes difficulty falling asleep, increases night sweats, raises heart rate overnight, reduces progesterone's calming effect. If you notice tired but wired feelings at night, evening workouts may be the cause. Hormone-friendly alternative. Evening exercise should be light, walking, stretching, gentle yoga, or Pilates. 5. Workouts that leave you exhausted instead of energized. This is the most important rule. If your workout leaves you depleted, shaky, emotional, or unable to sleep, it's too stressful for your hormones. Your body gives clear signals when a workout doesn't support balance: mood crashes, intense hunger, soreness lasting more than 48 hours, trouble recovering, anxiety or irritability, waking up at 2 to 4 a.m. Ignoring these signs forces your body into survival mode. Hormone-friendly alternative. Choose exercises that leave you feeling calm, strong, and grounded, not drained. Some workouts create unnecessary hormonal stress, especially during perimenopause. By avoiding long, fasted, repetitive, or late-night intense training, you protect your cortisol curve, support progesterone, improve sleep, and keep your energy steady. Hormone health isn't about doing more, it's about doing what works with your body's natural rhythms, not against them. Conclusion. Your hormones respond to how you move, and the right exercise rhythm can transform how you feel every single day. When you choose workouts that calm cortisol, support progesterone, and balance estrogen, your energy rises, your sleep improves, and your metabolism becomes steadier. Small, consistent routines truly create powerful hormonal shifts. You don't need long or punishing workouts to feel balanced. Just the right mix of strength, walking, gentle cardio, and restorative movement. Your body is capable of rebalancing. Your hormones are not working against you. They simply need the right environment to feel supported. This video is educational only and not medical advice. If you found this valuable, please like, subscribe, and share this video.